Hello, friends, folks, pals, and people. I'm Shaylin here with another writing video, and I'm doing NaNoWriMo this year. It's a sentence I never thought I would be saying. What is happening? If you're new here, to give a quick version of the story, I did NaNoWriMo from 2010 to 2015. I won every time, although the first two times were with the Young Writers program, so I set my own word count, but I did have an unbroken streak of NaNoWriMos that I held very dear to my heart, but I stopped doing NaNoWriMo in 2015 because I started university and it did not fit with my schedule. And then throughout that time, my writing process really started to change. I became a discovery writer. I became a very slow, methodical drafter. Whenever I did a challenge that involved tracking your word count, I really didn't enjoy it, and I thought, you know what, NaNoWriMo's just not for me anymore. It doesn't suit me, it doesn't suit my writing process. I'll probably never do it again. But the thing is, every year, people would start talking about it, and I'd be like, I want to do this. I look back so fondly on my NaNoWriMos. It's something I hold so dear. I really did value the experience of doing NaNoWriMo, and even though I've talked a lot on my channel very openly about how I think these attitudes about productivity and prioritizing productivity above anything else and equating productivity with skill and the pressure to be really productive in the writing community, I've talked about all of these things being problematic. So I don't want it to seem hypocritical that now I'm like, I want to do a productivity-based challenge, but to me, it was never really about that. It was, I don't know, there's this excitement that comes along with NaNoWriMo where it's not about being productive, it's about kind of proving to yourself that you can do it. I don't know. I always found NaNoWriMo to be a very positive experience, and I look back on it with so much nostalgia and so much fondness, and this year I've decided to do it. So I just posted a video this week on NaNoWriMo alternatives, basically ways that you can make NaNoWriMo your own. If you don't think NaNoWriMo is going to work for you, the regular constraints of NaNoWriMo don't work for you, how can you modify it? And as I was editing that video and I was watching myself talk about NaNoWriMo and basically making the thesis point of this video, NaNoWriMo is a challenge for personal development. If its regular constraints don't work for you, you can change them because it's for you, it's not a competition. I realized how much of a hypocrite I was being, because the reason I wasn't doing NaNoWriMo is just because I knew I wouldn't win. Obviously, I'm not the first one to say, hey kids, winning isn't everything, you know? When I was a kid, I was on a field hockey team that lost every single game for 2 seasons. Go Mustangs, we rocked. So I got very used to losing as a child. Never bothered me. But I realized that I had gotten into this space with NaNoWriMo where it's like I have a perfect unbroken streak of 1 NaNoWriMo. I don't want to muddy that by losing. It would be so embarrassing for me to lose NaNoWriMo. Why is that? Like, why did I feel that way? It's a competitive mindset, it's not healthy. And I realized that I was in this place where the reason I wasn't doing NaNoWriMo is because I knew I wouldn't win. And I was equating I can't win with NaNoWriMo with I can't do NaNoWriMo. And I was equating I can't win NaNoWriMo with I have nothing to gain from NaNoWriMo. I saw it as if I can't win, it would be a net loss. And that is so untrue and so against everything that I try to preach about writing process. And so I'm gonna do NaNoWriMo 2020 and I'm going to lose. That's my goal. That's my plan. My plan is to lose. I've been toying with the idea of trying to write every day for a month because I wanted to do it for a video. I wanted to vlog it and also do like a sit-down video afterwards talking about my experience to break down the advice write every day because it's so common. We hear it all the time, write every day. And I wanted to actually try it because it's not something I normally do and see how it worked for me. And then I realized November was the best month for me to do that. And I thought, if I'm literally going to be doing a writing challenge in November, why am I not doing NaNoWriMo? Am I literally not going to make an account, set up my book project, just because I know I'm not going to reach 50,000 words and I don't want people to see my little word bar not light up bright green at the end of the month? Like, are you kidding me? And so I decided, you know what, I'm going to do it. I think where I was wrong is obviously everyone knows it's okay if you lose NaNoWriMo. Obviously, this is obvious. But I think what was caught up for me is I was going, it's okay if I lose, but the goal is still to win. Therefore, if I lose, it's still a failure. That's why my goal is to lose. I am going in with the plan to lose. It is my intention to lose. It is my goal to lose NaNoWriMo. That's what I want to get out of it. I've become a very meticulous drafter when before I was a fast drafter, and that's okay. I'm not someone who even wants to write 50,000 words in a month. I really like drafting my books. That's kind of like the most sacred part of the process for me because it's the part I most enjoy. You only get to write a first draft once, and it's the most electric, exciting part of the writing process. So I like to take my time with it, you know? I'm glad I took 18 months to draft my last book because it meant I got to spend 18 months doing something that really brought so much value to me. I'm glad I didn't rush it, try to get it over with when it's something I really enjoyed doing. So I don't want to write 50,000 words because I don't want my book to be over in a month. I want to take my time. I want to like relish in the process and get the most out of it, which is why I'm just making it my goal to lose. So my plan for this NaNoWriMo is to write every day for a month. No matter how much I write, that is totally fine. So that's why I wanted to make this video. It's a very obvious insight, like, duh, Shaylin, you're allowed to lose NaNoWriMo. Nothing bad will happen if you do. It can actually be a positive to lose. But for some reason it took me so long to like reach that conclusion because I just was like caught in this competitive mindset where it's like, I want to lose. It would be embarrassing if I lost. Like, who's gonna look at my little green NaNoWriMo progress bar and go, can't believe this idiot didn't win NaNoWriMo. What a dumb bitch. I don't judge people who don't win NaNoWriMo, so why would anyone judge me? And if they do, screw you. That's stupid. I'm actually gonna be writing Holding a Ghost for NaNoWriMo because in another shocking turn of events, I'm restarting that book. I know, I'm a mess. I keep making huge decisions for myself. I've decided to restart Holding a Ghost because it just wasn't right. I'd gotten 20,000 words in and it wasn't bad. I actually really liked it. I think it's good, but it just wasn't right. And so I decided to restart. I talked about it in my writing update, and the fact that I talked about it, the fact that I was like, oh, I'm thinking maybe this isn't right. It's like once you've said it in a video, you're thinking about it enough that it's going to happen, Shaylin. Like, so I'm restarting my book, and I think this is going to be a great opportunity to build momentum. You know, Holding a Ghost has been a really choppy writing process so far. It's been really on and off, and it's not been this like smooth flow, enjoyable writing process that I would want it to be, considering how much I care about the project and how much I want to enjoy drafting it. So I think that this is going to be a good way for me to get some singular focus on the project for a month and find my footing in this rewrite where I'm changing the form slightly. It's still in Ghost point of view, don't worry, but I realized it needs to be very vignette style. I think I was trying to shove a very unconventional, quirky, experimental narrative, and I was trying to shove it into a traditional scene structure, traditional story structure, which it's not working. So the form is going to be a lot more quirky, a lot more experimental. Like the scene structure is going to be more vignette style and incorporate things like lists and kind of like break it up a little more. I would love to hear if you guys are doing NaNoWriMo this year. I will leave a link to my like NaNoWriMo page. You can see all my like really cringy old projects. Don't look at them. If you want to join me, I've already had a few people tell me because I posted this same update on my blog, and I was like, I'm doing NaNoWriMo and I'm doing it to lose. My goal is to lose. And a bunch of people were like, oh my god, like wait, I want to do it now to lose. So get on board. Lose NaNoWriMo with me 2020. Like, why not? What is there? We literally have nothing to lose. There's literally nothing to lose. Losing can be your win. Losing can be your success. I mean, it's honestly like such an oversight on my alternatives to NaNoWriMo video. I didn't even say that like one of the best ways to modify NaNoWriMo is to just do NaNoWriMo without the goal to win. Completely unexpected, but here we are. What is even happening? I don't even know anymore, but I'm doing NaNoWriMo. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you have any questions, you can always send me an ask on Tumblr, and I'll see you in another video.